Hi, I'm Debbie Dart. I'm so glad that you're here. I know it's been a while since I've been here. Most recently, I have been up in New England. I've had a super busy summer, but most recently, I have been up in New England. I was able to visit my family. I also had the opportunity to speak at Living Waters Bible Conference, and I met some awesome women up there, some phenomenal people who run that camp. It's a beautiful, beautiful place, and I just really enjoy being up there, and it's nice and cool up there too, because now I'm back here in Tennessee, and I'm here at Skyway Studios, which is where my husband's office is. My husband has a production company, and his office is right here in Skyway, so I'm really glad to be here and in some air conditioning since we are in Tennessee, and it's kind of hot and it's kind of humid. One of the reasons I'm really glad to be back is that I wanted to take the opportunity to tell you about some of the things that God has really been showing me through His Word and through experience, and I'm just glad to get to share it. One of those things, it actually happened while I was up in Maine. A lady came up to me and said, "Hey, I heard you say that you were praying for patience." And honestly, I wasn't actually the one who had said that, but I just listened to what she had to say. And what she had to say was, you should never pray for patience. I don't know if you've heard that before, but I've heard that before too. And I kind of always thought that, don't pray for patience, because if you pray for patience, what's going to happen? Bad stuff that's going to make you have to be patient. So in reality, we don't really want patience, because we know that in order to get that patience, we have to go through some junk. And I got to tell you, that's kind of the general consensus of everyone that I know. But it got me thinking. It got me thinking about how scriptural that is. How biblical is that to say, I don't want patience. I don't want to have to go through the things that it takes for me to go through in order to be patient. And what's our first reaction? Our first reaction is, if I need patience, then God is going to make something bad happen to me, right? We think God's just going to ask me to do something I don't want to do. He's going to ask me to suffer with something, or get sick, or have something bad happen to my family. Right? And another thing that we say this a lot too, is we say, if there's something you don't want to do, don't say it out loud, because that's exactly what God's going to call you to do. I don't want to be a missionary in Africa. And the next thing you know, He's going to force you and torture you and make you be a missionary in Africa, right? Why do we anticipate that God wants the difficult for us? There are a couple of verses in the book of James that I really like, but they also make me really uncomfortable, and sometimes I don't like them at all. And that is James chapter 1, verses 2 through 4. And they say this. They say, "My brothers, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing." So there's those first couple of verses that say, be joyful, have joy when you fall into various trials. So when we avoid asking for patience, we're asking to avoid that joy, the joy of falling into various trials, things that test our faith. But those are the very things we're told that produce patience in us. So it is true that if we ask for patience, we are going to experience things that challenge our faith, that make us question, that make us uncomfortable. But that's what produces patience. If that's the case, why would we want patience? Well, here's why. First of all, it's nice to feel patient. It's not nice to feel impatient, right? But also, when patience has its perfect work, when you actually are patient, it says that you are perfect and complete and that you lack nothing. So these trials that we're going through aren't just to make us uncomfortable. They aren't just to show us how difficult life can be. And it's not because Jesus doesn't want the best for us. He does. He understands. He knows that by experiencing these things, by experiencing the things in life that produce patience in us, that we will be perfect, that we will be complete, that we won't lack anything. He doesn't want the worst for us. He's not sitting around waiting to just smack us around with difficult things in life. He understands that those are the things that make us people who trust him, people who understand what it means to have peace that passes our circumstances, peace that's unexplainable in our situations, but we have them because we know in this world we will have tribulation. But what if we have understood what he provides through those trials? That peace, patience, unexplainable joy, contentment in whatever state we're in. That's why we know he provides abundant life. The enemy comes to steal, to kill, and destroy. The enemy is the one who takes those circumstances in our lives, those difficult circumstances, and he steals from us. He steals our joy. He steals our peace. He kills our spirit. He destroys our hope. But Jesus gives us abundant life that includes peace, that includes joy, that includes hope. It makes us perfect and complete, so we lack nothing. I am so glad that you are here with me today, and I am so glad to be back at home and back with you. If something that I said today was an encouragement for you, which I really hope that it was, or a blessing to you, I would love for you to follow me on Facebook, which is Debbie Dart Ministries. Twitter is @DebbieDart, or subscribe to my YouTube channel, or check out my website, which will be at the end of this video, but my website is DebbieDart.com. And then there's also the TV show, Debbie Dart Ministries, which is on NRB TV and on the NRB TV app. And you can get that info at my website. Thanks for being here. Bye.